The Jelly Epoch, the keyboard that brought that marbly sound signature to this hobby, has evolved in a version 2, but this time with a new mounting method and more. Let's see if Owlabs was able to maintain the Jelly's defining roots and add a bit of innovation while doing so. This is the Jelly Evolv. Hit the B-roll. Yeah, so quick side note, I recently started streaming on Twitch and built this keyboard there first before making this review. If you enjoy hanging out while I build a keyboard, drop me a follow on Twitch. I'd love to see more of my YouTube audience there as well. Now back to the Jelly. Now as the recording of this video, the official release date for the Jelly Evolv hasn't been announced. I highly recommend you go to the Owlabs Discord to keep up with all of the sales news. The price for the Jelly Evolv starts at $420 when you include the PCB and plate. So this isn't a cheap board at all, but it is in line with other Owlab offerings. The colors available will include black, red, silver, green, cream, purple, pink, blue, and E-white, which is the one that I have. It comes in this cool box that opens up to reveal the carrying case and has a compartment below with all the extra stuff you'll need to build. Now included with the kit, you'll get the Jelly case, the PCB of your choice, but this time around, they're going to be offering both flex cut and non-flex cut hot swap PCBs, which only have support for step caps lock. The flex cut PCB is 1.2mm, while the non-flex cut is your good old 1.6mm PCB. This will be available for both single and double blocker layouts, and they'll also offer a 1.6mm hot swap PCB with plenty of options. So if you want split backspace, left shift, ISO, 7U spacebar support, you'll need to go solder. Plate options include FR4 and polycarbonate, aluminum and palm. The aluminum and FR4 plates have an unnecessary amount of flex cuts, while the palm and PC do not. And this is a Jelly, so you better believe you'll get the plate foam, case foam, and PE sheet included with the kit. Now there are two different gaskets that are included, a stiffer 70 durometer black gasket and a softer 30 durometer white gasket. Feet are also included in both dark gray and white, and they're press in, which is great to see. You also get an extra daughter board, an extra LED daughter board PFC cable, 2 spare black clips, a bag of screws, a set of 80% Owlab V3 stabilizers, a carrying case, and a thank you card for that warm and fuzzy feeling. So overall, Owlabs did a great job of keeping the design true to the original Jelly Epoch and added some modern flair to almost every aspect of the board. Both top case and mid-frame corners are now rounded, giving it a cohesive look from the top down. The badge on the right was very polarizing before, but I'm glad Owlabs stuck to it and put a little bit more design detailing this time around. The rounded corners of this badge match the case corners perfectly, and the accented color blends really nicely with the accented colored chamfers on the top case. We still have that good old cherry logo on the right navigation blocker, and the FRO has one less key compared to the Jelly Epoch, giving the top better symmetry. Now let's talk about the side and bottom for a second. And damn, it looks really nice. It has a real modern look to it, which Owlabs calls a floating design, and I can see why. You can see straight through the case in some parts due to the mid frame being connected to the bottom frame by brackets instead of screws. Here we also have contrasting colors. The white, blue, and silver in my unit is a fantastic combo. This design also allows for the RGB to be seen, something that was very hard to achieve on the original Jelly Epoch. It shines nice from the back, and you can see it from many different angles, including the bottom stainless steel PVD'd weight, which by the way has a really nice mirror polished PVD work with no ripples in my unit. It also comes with a tempered glass protector to keep it scratch free. The build process is where Owlabs really knocked it out of the park, specifically when it comes to opening the case to get to the PCB. And since the daughter board is pre-installed, I literally didn't have to use a screwdriver except to screw in the stabilizers. Yeah, that's a big win. To get in, all you have to do is press these two tabs on the side and the top case will release from the mid frame, and you're in. It takes less than 5 seconds. So for those of you who plan to experiment with various foams or whatnot, this will be a dream. However, I did find when installing the top case back on, you really have to make sure the front clips are under those notches to make sure it's seated well. Best way to do it is put the front part down first, push it towards the front so it makes good contact, and push down the back until it clips in. Not a big deal, but something to note. As far as the rest of the build, it's pretty straightforward. The gaskets are a new design and simply slide on the plate mounting points and sit on the leaf spring. These little dots secure the seating of the plate and keep things in place. The leaf springs come pre-assembled and only come in one stiffness. Now with these leaf springs, it makes the typing experience pretty soft. If you have the original Jelly, you will instantly notice the difference. The leaf springs do a great job of giving consistent feel across the board, and overall it's a pleasure to type on. I wouldn't say it's the softest experience I've tried, but it's very comfortable. The 20mm front height paired with a 7-degree typing angle didn't require wrist rest for all day typing, and that's a good thing. For today's build, I used a palm plate on the non-flex cut 1.6mm PCB in multiple foam configurations using the new Red Jack Redo switches, or Redo. I don't know how you say it. Now first up is the no foam test, and overall I think this is the best Owlabs keyboard that I've tried without using any foam. That has a lot to do with the non-flex cut PCB. And then we'll try it with all the foams, including the PE sheet. And to me, the Jelly is the one board that you should use with all of the foams. This is the OG foamy board, and I love it like that personally. It's the sound signature that the Jelly created, so it's totally fine for this keyboard to sound super foamy. But that's just my opinion. Overall, if you can score the Jelly Evolv, I think you'll be really happy with it. It's a banger. Now if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, smash that like button, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Jelly Evolv. Did they make enough changes for you to go for a version 2? Let me know. Now enjoy the sound test. Peace.